My name is Claire Marshall, I'm 17 years old, and this is my scoliosis journey. Let me just say it's been a windy journey. Anyway, let's get right into it. So in August of 2016, I was just at my regular yearly physical, and my doctor was checking for scoliosis, as one does. And after she checked, my doctor was like, "Oh, your back is really crooked. You should go see like a back doctor." I was very surprised because I've never had any concerns or like pain with my back at all, but my mom did confirm when I bend over and they like check to see if I'm going off to one of the sides. That's how they check for scoliosis, just like at the regular doctor's appointments. And my mom did verify that I was like totally veering off to the right. Well, the right, I don't know if it's right for you guys. My mom and I took advice and pamphlets from a whole bunch of different specialists and doctors that were recommended to us by our friends and Google. But we finally scheduled a fitting for what was called the Boston brace. Now this might be a little confusing because I went to Boston to get the brace that I currently have now. The brace that I had a fitting for originally is called the Boston brace, but the brace that I have now is not called the Boston brace. He told us that the brace was going to cover my whole full torso, which we knew, but he also said that it was going to pad my curve and keep it where it was until full maturity so that it wouldn't get worse. My mom and I were under the impression that a brace would help my curve and like make it better, like push it the opposite way, rather than just keep it the same. After all, I wasn't completely at bone maturity yet, meaning my bones weren't completely solidified, so wasn't there something more that we could do? It turns out the answer was yes! My grandma is actually the one that found Dr. Mark Mormarco at Scoliosis 3DC, which stands for three-dimensional correction, and said that he and his team had a very different, more holistic approach about scoliosis treatment. My mom and I were all ears. After much research and contact, we decided to make the trip across the country to Boston and Dr. Mormarco to follow through with my scoliosis treatment with the Schroth method. This method includes a brace, one that would actually like overcorrect my spine so that it would get better, exercises that would strengthen the muscles around my spine, and activities of daily living, or ADLs, which are little lifestyle changes that would affect my daily life and help my spine. We spent a week in Boston in November of 2016, which was beautiful. I love real fall. It's amazing. And everything about the whole experience, the whole week there was awesome. Not sponsored. The whole staff there, including Amy, Maya, Kathy, Janine, and of course Dr. Mormarco, were so kind and so fun to be around, and they made the whole experience really awesome. The first day I got fitted for my brace, which was super cool and high-tech. I stood on this little rotating platform thingy, and they basically took a virtual mold of my torso, which they sent off to the doctor in Germany, who designs it. And I even got to pick out my own color and pattern. It was manufactured in the US, so it arrived the next day, and I was super excited to put it on, and then I was really excited to take it off because it was super uncomfortable and odd to put on at first. However, by the end of that week, it was totally normal to wear, and I was in no discomfort, so that was good. Aside from the brace, I was learning a lot of new exercises that focused on like breathing in the right place to pull my spine closer to center and strengthen the muscles that had been weakened by scoliosis. This is where being a singer and dancer proved very helpful because I had body awareness and I was able to execute all the weird movements of the exercises just as they wanted me to. Fun fact, my curve actually goes to the left, which is different from 90% of other curves apparently. So it was kind of funny watching Amy specifically and Dr. Mormarco sometimes too, when they were trying to instruct me in exercises. They tell me to move one way, and then I do that. They'd be like, "Wait, no, just kidding, your curve is the other way, do the other thing." And even looking at my brace sometimes, other doctors have been confused, like, "Oh wait, your curve goes the other way." Anyway, that's just funny. Okay. This is my brace now. Isn't she nice? She's really cute. Here's some pictures of me wearing it in 2016, like right when I got it in the hotel room. Now I only wear it at night, so that's nice, but yeah, just here she is. Every position and exercise that I learned was photographed with a little explanation or arrows and was organized into a binder like this. This binder includes a lot of different sections. First off, we have our little exercise chart here of how many times a week I'm doing certain exercises. Well, there's a lot of them. And there's lots of other little tabs with lots of pictures. It's literally really flattering pictures of me doing my exercises and stuff. Now, I know it sounds like I had all the work to do, but don't worry. My mom also had her own little physical therapy lesson to learn too. Her job was called mobilizations, and these are little massages / exercises that help relieve the pressure that my back takes by wearing the brace 24/7, especially when I wasn't used to it and just starting out. They're also just little exercises that kind of go along with my back brace. They included massaging my ribs, which I know sounds weird, massaging a bone, but what she would do is put her fingers like in between, like if these are my 2 ribs, she would put her fingers in between and like massage that out because, I mean, obviously standing all day, especially in the brace, your ribs are kind of being stacked, and so it's nice to relieve that pressure. Another one, not my favorite, she would like pull up the skin along my back, and she'd go from like the small of my back to like up near my shoulders, and she'd have to like push like down the skin and then like pull it up, and like it felt like it was ripping. It was terrible, but it did feel good afterward. Anyway, we were instructed to do these mobilizations once or twice a week, and again, with all the pictures, they went into the binder of knowledge. After a wonderful week in Boston, I was super motivated and my mind was a ball of scoliosis knowledge. We ordered all the materials we needed for exercises, figured all the ins and outs of brace wearing, and created a schedule for mobilizations. This incredible motivation, as kind of expected, unfortunately didn't last an astoundingly long time. It became really hard to find time in my schedule for the mobilizations and exercises, but I wore my brace faithfully, at least like 22 hours a day. If I wasn't showering or dancing, I was always wearing it. I was also particularly good at those ADLs. Things like wearing my backpack on my left side or raising my left hand, they started to feel really natural to me, much faster than I'd expected. So basically, any weakness I showed by less than consistent exercises was totally made up for with consistent brace wearing and my ADLs, right? No, just kidding. You have to stay consistent with the exercises because you can wear your brace faithfully and that's fantastic, but that only puts your spine in the right place. But the exercises are what form the muscles that have been weakened by scoliosis, and then they keep your spine in the right place even when you're not wearing your brace. So they are equally, if not more, important. Stay consistent, please. I think if there was something that I could go back and do better, it would definitely be consistency in the exercises. I feel like if I was motivated, I would just do like all of the exercises, which is like great, but I didn't do them like every single day. I would like accidentally skip a day and then it would be at night instead of the morning. Anyway, so after a full year of wearing my brace as much as I could, my Risser number indicating bone maturity was very close to a 5, which indicates complete full bone solidity. My curves had also significantly decreased, which was awesome to hear after a year of hard work. Therefore, now I was only required to wear the brace at night. Woo! Best day ever. Adjusting to not wearing the brace all the time was kind of weird, like weirder than I expected, because I was so used to having like the perfect posture without having to work for it. So the first day I remember sitting in my science class and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to lean to the left and like shoulders back, and like it was really weird, but if you get used to it. And putting it on every night is like a nice reset button so that I know that when I'm not conscious, when I'm sleeping, I know I'm in the right place, my back is in the right place, and I know every morning I'm starting off solid. And that's kind of where my story ends. Now it's summer of 2019 and almost 3 years, which is crazy, since my trip to Boston and the whole shebang. I'm still happily wearing the brace at night, trying to get those exercises in and excelling at my ADLs. Thanks for watching. Please tune into the rest of my videos about lifestyle changes, little, I guess, life hacks about brace wearing and just scoliosis living in general. Also, definitely check out Dr. Moore Marco and his amazing team in Boston. They are definitely worth it. And if you're already working with Dr. Moore Marco, lucky you. Bye!